What if the life you dream of is waiting on the other side of the version of you that you've been too scared to become? It's a question most people avoid, not because it's hard to understand, but because it's hard to live with once you do. Because if it's true, if your dream life is waiting on the other side of fear of discomfort of transformation, then that means you're the one holding the keys. And suddenly all the excuses become just that, excuses. Suddenly, the reasons you've given for not stepping forward start sounding like chains instead of comfort. You realize you're not trapped by circumstances. You're trapped by hesitation, by delay, by the belief that there's always more time. But what if there isn't? What if the cost of someday is your soul slowly slipping away in silence? You see, most people aren't lost because they never had a dream. They're lost because they buried it, because someone laughed, because they failed once, because the world convinced them that practicality is more valuable than passion. So they learn to numb it, to replace it with routine. Wake up, scroll, work, sleep, smile at people, numb the pain, ignore the ache, and call it life. But deep down, beneath all that numbness, all that pretending, there's a voice still whispering. You were made for more. You've heard that whisper in the quiet moments, in the middle of the night, in the car when a song hits differently, in the mirror when your eyes accidentally meet your soul. It's not a fantasy. It's not a delusion. It's your truth trying to break free. And maybe life hasn't been fair to you. Maybe you didn't get the support others got. Maybe your scars run deeper than most people know. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still holding on to something you haven't given up on yet, even if you don't talk about it, even if you don't fully believe in it. Something in you keeps hoping. That hope, that's your fire. And fires don't die easily. They just get buried under the ashes of life. But here's what you need to know. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are becoming someone with depth, with power, with wisdom that only comes from walking through pain and not letting it define you. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to decide that staying where you are is no longer acceptable, that letting fear run your life is no longer tolerable, that you are done dimming your light to keep others comfortable. Your dreams don't require approval. Your purpose doesn't need permission. Your voice doesn't need validation. What it needs is you, the real you, not the one filtered through expectations or fear, the unfiltered, unapologetic, raw version of you. That's where the magic is. That's where everything changes. You think your story is boring because you've lived through every second of it. But someone else would be inspired just by knowing you survived, just by seeing you show up again, just by watching you rise after falling so many times. You've been through the kind of stuff that breaks people. But here you are, still carrying pieces of hope, still dreaming, still breathing life into what you love. That makes you rare. That makes you dangerous in the best way, because people who have nothing left to prove and everything left to give, they're unstoppable. But don't wait for the world to recognize your worth. Don't wait for the applause. Don't wait for someone to tell you you're finally enough. Be the one who claps for yourself when no one else does. Be the one who believes in your dream before anyone else sees it. Be the one who says yes to yourself even if everyone else says no. You don't need a crowd. You need courage. You don't need a miracle. You need a moment where you finally decide to stop running and start building. Stop hiding and start shining. Stop breaking yourself into pieces just to make other people feel whole. Your silence has cost you enough. It's time to speak. Your stillness has lasted long enough. It's time to move. Your waiting has gone on too long. It's time to begin. There will be fear. There will be resistance. There will be days when your mind tells you to give up. But every time you choose to keep going, you plant a flag in the ground. You claim new territory. You build new strength. And eventually, the fear shrinks. The noise quiets. And you begin to trust your own fire more than their doubt. No one else can do this for you. No one else can live your life. No one else will ever know what it cost you to survive this long. But that's your power. That's what makes you dangerous. You've seen darkness and didn't disappear. You felt emptiness and still reached for more. That hunger, that relentless refusal to settle, is proof that you're meant to rise. You are not average. You are not invisible. You are not a side character in someone else's story. You are the author of your own, and the pen is still in your hands. Don't let fear write your next chapter. Don't let doubt decide your direction. Don't let comfort become your cage. Let today be the day you shatter the lies. The ones that said you're not smart enough, strong enough, young enough, old enough, experienced enough. They're not truth. They're noise, and you're allowed to outgrow it. You're allowed to walk away. You're allowed to say, this is not the life I came here to live. Because this is your life, not a rehearsal, not a placeholder, not a waiting room. It's the only one you get. So love hard, speak loud, move boldly, fail proudly, rise fiercely, be the storm, be the fire, be the light you were always meant to be. And when they ask you who you think you are, tell them this. I am everything I was once afraid to become. And now, I'm just getting started. Because you are. This isn't the end of your story. This is the chapter the world will never forget. See you in the next video. Goodbye.